The first semifinal of the NCAA Final Four was one for the ages.
Yes, it was.
If the second one is as good, we got an all-time night to remember.
Oh, yeah.
He is Anthony. I am Daddy, Jay to the rest of the world. Welcome and thank you for joining us on this live discussion of Game 2 of the NCAA Men's Basketball Final Four. It is the Miami Hurricanes of the ACC, the UConn Huskies of the Big East, a team we know rather well because
of
Marquette University, a team that beat the Huskies a couple of times this year.
Twice, 2-1 on the year.
Yeah. So it's a team that definitely has the capability, to be upset.
Oh, yeah.
But still, this has got all the makings.
Oh, yeah.
All the makings. So it's going to be about 9:15, they estimate.
Yeah.
For that game to begin because, of course, this first game, San Diego's number one, what a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, what an ice in his veins shot to win it. To win that first semifinal.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I'm very quickly going to try to fix something here.
Butler for San Diego State hitting that game winner.
Oh, yeah.
As we were joking, he had ice in his veins, arteries, pancreas, lower intestine, and his left nostril.
Yeah.
You nail it exactly right there, Ballard Sports Media.
Oh, yeah.
What a game we just had. Just ridiculous. So we're going to have to be here for a half hour until tip-off of that second game. There's a chance we may have some guests joining us, some possible surprise guests. You're scrambling, trying to get some stuff ready.
Oh, yeah, so my UConn roster printed fine, but my Miami one didn't, so I'm just going to pull it up on second screen.
In the meantime, true North Packers fan.
No, we're not Tom Grossi.
Of course we're not Tom Grossi. Number one, he has a ton more hair than I do.
What's up, True North? Good to see you in here.
Thank you for stopping in.
Go Pack.
Go Pack, go, always.
Okay.
Always.
We're just going to get this on the computer. I do want to just kind of talk a little bit about the Huskies to start. They have a great team. Tristan Newton, and who's a senior. This is his last year with Jordan Hawkins, a sophomore, in that backcourt. And then in the front court, you've got Andre Jackson Jr., the freshman, or the junior. Alex Caravan, the redshirt freshman, as well as the big man.
Big dude.
Where is he here? As it seems like, Amada Sanogo.
Nice.
The junior. So this team isn't that, they're not that far out from being a top team. Next year too. They are really good. Let's see if I can pull this up.
I'm trying to get it set up for the second game broadcast.
We can't get it on Sling.
No, yeah, and I couldn't get it on March Madness. So we're going to have to hope that the antenna does the job for us, the live CBS broadcast. Want to give all the love in the world to the great Jim Nantz on his second to last night of doing NCAA basketball tournament coverage. He is not retiring from CBS Sports, but retiring from college basketball, so he can actually have some time with his family for a few weeks a year, while he's also doing the NFL and doing the PGA Tour, the Masters, which he'll be doing next week. We will not be doing live Masters coverage.
I'll be watching the Masters. I watch the Masters every year. But a cool thing for Miami that relates to us, they have a player from Milwaukee. Danilo Jovanovic, who is a freshman forward, went to Whitnall High School.
Tyler Hero. There's a Whitnall, the Miami factory, it appears.
Yeah. And then with our Philly guys on Miami, Wooga Poplar, the sophomore guard, who went to Math, Civics, and Sciences Charter School. here in Philadelphia. And also,
Miss Scott Michelle saying hi. And happy Hodag. Hey.
The other guy that I want to talk about is Isaiah Wong, the pride of Monsignor Bonner and Prendergast High School in
2 miles up the road from here.
Drexel Hill, PA.
Guys that I'm sure happy Hodag EW Green Bay targeted and did not get their hands on.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, they're on stage in Houston. They have recording artist Maggie Rogers performing. There is no current word that she is going to be traded to the New York Giants to match that other Rogers that's going to be going to New York.
Or the Winnipeg Jets.
That's true. That's true. A lot of people thinking that very same thing, Scott and Michelle, that UConn is going to be your finalist, but Miami, a lot of people are rooting for the upset.
Yeah, well, I do want to touch here on
Anthony Tomato. Hey,
what's up, Anthony? I want to talk about UConn's. No, I don't want UConn football, and I don't want women's basketball. I want men's basketball.
While you're doing that, I'm going to try and work on this antenna.
And no, I don't want their in-state cost. Connecticut men's basketball. There we go. True North says, breaking news, Aaron Rodgers is still a Green Bay Packer. Yes, True North.
And by the way, I want to give credit to onmilwaukee.com for actually reporting the biggest breaking story of the day.
Yeah.
That in fact, I want to make sure I get this right. So bear with me as I look this up. There is a new Milwaukee soccer franchise that is starting, and they have specifically announced the new name of the team. The new team is named, according to onmilwaukee.com, who broke the story, Kicky McFootballface. Happy April Fool's Day. Kicky McFootballface. You can't get better than that for an April Fool's soccer team name.
So I want to talk a little bit about both these teams.
Okay.
Their road to the Final Four. And we'll start with the number 5 Hurricanes. What's their coach's name?
Jim Larinaga.
Larinaga. He's been to the Final Four before with George Mason, but Miami, their first time. And their road to Houston, they beat number 12 Drake 63-56, and then upset number 4 Indiana in blowout fashion 85-69.
And these are all seeds that he's mentioning, not rankings.
Then we're talking about them beating number 1 Houston. I did say that was going to happen, so thank you very much. 89-75.
Okay.
And then they beat number 2 Texas 88-81 in the Elite Eight.
Which, of course, means that he won our pool.
Yeah. Oh, we got a whole bunch of people.
Birchwood Vampire.
What's up, Luke?
Hey, Aaron Johnson. Yay, basketball. Boom. How are your Golden State Warriors doing tonight? Are they even in action? I don't think a lot of NBA teams are in action.
Anthony, baseball is back.
Amen.
Thank you.
Everyone go if you want some entertainment before this game begins, go check out our vlog that's on the front of youtube.com/Sorgy Stories. Our return to baseball video, our vlog, it was from 2022. But when our favorite team, the Milwaukee Brewers, played the second favorite team of ours, the Philadelphia Phillies, in the famous Angel Hernandez umpire screw-up game. Nice. And
I'm playing April Fool's on you using the mouse.
How are y'all?
Good.
They played yesterday. Oh, they are fighting for that play-in game spot, apparently.
Oh, look at that next to the old Astrodome at RG Stadium.
Yes. Oh, man. We are hoping to get there someday we talked about on one of our game plan videos a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Going into that stadium to watch the Houston Livestock and Radio Show and Rodeo. NRG hosts the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show.
Yeah.
It is the biggest rodeo apparently in the world, on the planet. but it would be tough for us. It would have to be the very tail end of that, matching up with a Brewers Astros season starting series.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Where is your burrito? I'd check Chipotle. It's probably a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. Or
Qdoba.
Qdoba.
I was about to say Qdoba.
Now, are you in Milwaukee, true North Packers fan? Because I can recommend a whole bunch of other burrito spots. You're having cheese curds.
Oh, I want cheese curds.
How does Beefaroo rank when it comes to cheese curds? Their beef sandwiches, I'm sure, are amazing.
Hi, Magic Johnson on CBS.
We have sat in the stands before to watch the same game.
We have?
Magic Johnson and I have been in the stands, not sitting next to each other, but together as spectators at the same game within maybe like 20 or 30 feet of each other. And I think one time he and I were on the same, we might have been sitting on the same floor at a hotel. 1998, I was covering the Conference USA basketball tournament in Cincinnati when Marquette was playing.
Cool.
And his nephew, DeMar Johnson, was playing for UNC Charlotte when they beat Marquette.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, come on, Magic. You have to root against Marquette. Oh, man.
The Huskies, though, led by Coach Dan Hurley, beat Rick Pitino and Iona 87-63 in the first game. Beat number 5 St. Mary 70-55. Then took down number 8 Arkansas 88-65. And in an insane Elite Eight game, they took down number 3 Gonzaga 82-54.
That was ridiculous.
Wow.
We live did that game. That one got boring late. Vic 2, hey,
What's
and
up?
Scott, wait, whoa.
Where are you going?
Whoa. The Beefaroo cheese curds are better than Culver's?
I don't know where Beefaroo is.
Chicago.
Okay.
Beefaroo. Better than Culver's and cheese curds.
I don't know about that.
We're going to have to taste test that next time we get to the Chicago area. We really are going to have to test that. Man.
So also, Vic, it was awesome seeing your live stream the other night. Vic got to go to the Georgia facilities and watch practice and meet some players.
Oh, football?
Yeah.
Sweet.
The other day and got to meet Kirby.
Excellent.
So yeah. Sounds good, Luke.
Man. Meeting Kirby Smart, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. So what else? Well, I guess since we're waiting, I can talk a little bit about some good wins for the top teams after you go through the comments.
Which include comments about onion rings, always a bonus. I've become such a big fan of onion rings on burgers as well. And Happy Hodag, speaking of Culver's cheese curds, part of your dinner tonight. You're killing the kid. You are killing the kid.
I need some Culver's cheese curds. I haven't had them in almost a year.
Baseball road tripper.
What's up,
hey,
Tony?
Let's play that basketball. I'll stop.
We're playing basketball. So UConn's top wins. They beat number 1 Alabama 82-67. They lost to number 13 Xavier 83-73, and then lost to number 6 Marquette Rihanna Hoya 82-76. Then lost to Xavier again 82-79. Beat Marquette 87-72.
Your worst nightmare, Aaron. Your worst nightmare.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we are big time fans.
This is our new setup that we put together.
Yes. The nightmare. The Minnesota nightmare. And yes, 5 Culver's in the Green Bay area, that does help. And then in the Big East tournament, they took down Providence before losing to Marquette.
On the Miami side, if I can go to the start of their season.
You're never safe from Baseball Road Tripper.
They took down number 14 Virginia 66-64. Lost to number 12 Duke 68-66. Just making sure you're not bunny earing me.
No, I'm not. So that is a good idea.
They beat number 12 Duke then 81-59.
They played a lot of top 25 opponents and won some.
And yeah, ACC tournament, they got taken out by Duke. So second round. So yeah. UConn better than Miami probably. Fair?
On paper.
Yeah, on paper.
But paper is what they use to wrap fish in.
That's true.
So, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, SNL. Okay, all right, we got to ask this question since you bring up Baseball Road Tripper. Which is the better basketball song? The March Madness theme or the NBA on NBC Round Ball Rock theme?
It's like picking between two kids.
I know.
I'm gonna say March Madness because I was not alive during the NBA on NBC period. But at the same time, I love hearing Marquette basketball with that.
It's so good. Another network stole it for college basketball coverage.
But March Madness, when you just hear that,
I know.
It's just like, we're here. We're doing this. So I gotta say March Madness because it's just so...
All true. Basketball, what's that? Where you score touchdowns, right? Let's see. But scissors beats paper, rock beats scissors. So... No matter who wins.
Angie is one of Jim B's cats.
Okay.
Angie.
And yes, going round ball rock, Ahmad Rashad inside NBA inside stuff. Back, absolutely back in the day. Would he be doing the review of the week? Tuesday! My main man, Michael Jordan, of course, talking about that 15,000 times. And I'll need some explanation on this. Angie is our overlord.
Angie is Jim B's cat.
Okay.
One of them.
Okay.
There's Angie and Monty.
Angie and Monty.
Yes.
And the teams are now traversing towards the court. In my best, John Facenda, the voice of NFL films.
I'm currently trying to pull up the Miami Hurricanes depth chart.
Shall we invite this individual to join us on the live?
If you wish. That will make this much more funny. It will be dangerous. But sure, I would be happy to have that happen. That would be just great. I'd be terrified, but that would be just great.
This will be very scary. Just hang on.
As we're seeing the Ivis from Miami just hanging out. Miami rocking the blacks.
The black uniform?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that one.
UConn, I feel like UConn should wear the blue, and Miami should wear the green.
Blue and green? No. Blue and orange.
Well, I was going to say orange.
Blue and orange. That would work. Alice is my...
Okay.
God, what?
I don't know who Alice is.
Is this Alice from the Brady Bunch? What?
Are we talking about Alice from the West? West Alice?
No. It's spelled... If it's true to a Packers fan, they know how to spell West Alice. Different Alice.
I'm just kidding.
What's it like being a team in the Final Four? You had a dream that Gophers made it, but according to the NCAA, Minnesota's been to the Final Four in my lifetime.
Minnesota almost played Wisconsin in the NIT final.
Jeez.
They both lost in the semifinals.
Oh, man. That game in New York would have been bonkers.
Oh, it was in New York.
The NCAA finals is always in New York.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
always do have that there. I'll get to your thing about that baseball road tripper in a second. Alice in Chains. Maybe.
Oh, Alice the dog. That's the Alice you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Jimmy also has a duck. I did not know that the duck was named Alice.
The kid can answer this question. Did anyone?
I didn't see it, but I told him. Adam Duvall with the Over the Monster walk-off 10-9 finish.
Yep.
Great.
Remember that time Wisconsin beat an undefeated Kentucky? Yeah, I covered that game. And it took Mike Krzyzewski to end that season.
You can just call him Coach K.
And people will also say it was referees that he convinced to call things Duke's way in the final 10 minutes. But yes,
Vic.
Make the Final Four. I just want to make the tournament. I get you.
Was Georgia in the NIT? I think they were.
Nah, I've experienced one Marquette Final Four run, two Badgers Final Four runs. When Marquette went, Milwaukee was alive.
Like more alive when the Brewers made their playoff run?
Just as much, I would say.
Okay.
Just as much. I would say at least the campus.
Okay.
At least the campus was. And when a campus makes a Final Four, it is bonkers.
I'm currently trying to pull up the Miami depth chart.
They were. Oh yeah, that's right. When that happened in 1997. That's right.
Okay. Do you have a pen over there?
Feel free to walk over and grab one.
Okay.
Sure. Aaron Johnson. Or else left fielder dropped a routine fly ball that would have ended the game, and then Duvall hits a walk-off.
Oh.
The announcer said, what if he hits a home run here to walk it off, and then he does it? Oh, my gosh. That is crazy, Aaron. That is ridiculously crazy. Goodness. No response yet from our potential special guest.
Okay.
But yeah, this could be potentially freakazoid nuts.
We have multiple potential special guests, and when we combine them all, it could get a little chaotic.
But that's the beauty about it. It's perfectly reflective of the NCAA tournament. It's chaos.
But we're ready. We have all our stream layouts ready.
It's fun, enjoyable chaos.
We talked about the UConn starting lineup earlier, but the Miami starting lineup, as I'm now seeing, it's at point guard Nigel Pack, shooting guard Isaiah Wong, who we talked about earlier. At small forward, Wooga Poplar from Philly as well. Jordan Miller at power forward, and Norchad Omier at center. And
yes, that is why baseball's such an awesome sport. I'm not going to rank them. I just love them. I just love them all.
I say I have changed after, maybe it's because Marquette's good so I can enjoy college basketball more. Yeah. But college basketball is like my second favorite sport now.
Okay.
Because maybe it's also because I watch a lot of Big East basketball.
True.
I mean, I'd rather watch the Big East over the NBA on a normal mode.
But having worked for the Packers radio network for 22 years, and when you have a grandfather who knew Vince Lombardi, Packers, NFL are always going to be number one in my book, though. I'd say for team loyalty, the Packers and Marquette basketball are probably tied for first.
Yeah.
Because I went to Marquette.
Yeah.
But the NFL, by far. And I know I'm going to get some major flack from our baseball fans on this, but the NFL has the best postseason in sports.
Can you not see what is on the television right now?
I absolutely see what's on the
television. FAU is in the freaking Final Four. And you're going to tell me that March Madness is not?
It is a close second.
March Madness is the best playoffs because it is so good. It's the NFL playoffs on steroids. Every game is a game 7. There are upsets. In the NFL playoffs, there are not as many upsets. It's much more entertaining.
People stop paying attention, for the most part, in the NCAA tournament when either their team is done or their brackets are done.
I don't.
They tune out. You don't. And that's awesome. I love that you don't. I don't typically either. But most fans will tune out when their brackets are done.
That's true.
And when their teams are done.
The casual fans, yes.
And I also think that a tournament's championship should be its heightened moment of greatness. Absolute heightened moment of greatness. Hashtag on Wisconsin. 364 days, 22 hours out of the year. I agree with you. Men's college basketball tournament's been very interesting.
Yes,
Lots
it
of
has
upsets.
been.
So is the women. Great semifinal
Yes.
last night between Iowa and South Carolina.
LSU game was entertaining too because they came
Agreed.
back.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm excited to watch Caitlin Clark up against LSU tomorrow. That's going to be great.
Coach's Magic stopping in for a like. We appreciate that. Everyone liked this video. NCAA
Yes.
tournament is some of the best basketball on planet Earth. I love that. I'm 1,000% in agreement with you. I just think that the NFL playoffs,
Hey,
it's a
Isaiah!
crescendo. Yes.
Bonner Prendy! Bonner Prendy!
You might be going to one of our rivals, kid. But the NFL playoffs ascend in importance, in hype, in attention, and the games get better and better and better. 8 out of every 10 Super Bowls have been masterpieces, absolute masterpieces against teams playing that are the best in the world at what they do.
Hey, Philly guy, Wooga Poplar!
Like it. And when the climax reaches the championship game, that's what the playoffs should be, not what we have going on with the NCAA tournament, or so often fans don't care because their team is out or their brackets.
Big East!
This is a ridiculously close second to the NFL playoffs.
Money for Marquette if they win.
Yeah. Baseball road trip. Are upsets better for sports, or is having a meaningful season and playoffs better for sports?
Upsets.
Sure, not all games are game sevens, but Stanley Cup playoffs are next level energy.
Oh,
I agree with you.
I love the Stanley Cup Finals. Especially, I mean, I don't really watch the playoffs that much, but I'll turn on the clinching games of the finals. And those, when you put them in St. Louis, I mean, that they've been playing there so many times in the last few years.
Yeah.
Nashville. I mean, some of those spots, I mean, you could talk about if the Flyers were in the Cup.
Right.
This city would be
city would go off.
insane.
The city would go off.
Caravan.
But to me, it's like you play the first 6 games, if it even goes 7. You play the first 6 games, you haven't decided anything. You have. Oh, I love Sonogo's reaction. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go and slap my teammates 5 here. They're introducing me. What?" True North Packers fan. NHL is the best overall playoff, game in, game out. NFL has the best final game.
Newton.
I get you.
Okay, so this is my rank of sports and then rank playoffs. So
Okay.
Sports, MLB number 1, college basketball number 2, NFL 3, NBA 4, college football 5. Soccer. I do enjoy soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, I especially Team USA. I love watching Christian Pulisic, and also on the women's side.
Yes, absolutely.
This year we get to watch Alex Morgan and Megan Rapinoe.
That's right, in the World Cup.
And then I'd probably go with hockey. But I mean, I like watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I love hockey during the Winter Olympics.
True, I agree.
I was talking about winter sports, and I said hockey for sure the best Winter Olympic sport.
10,000%, yes.
Then playoffs: March Madness 1, NFL 2, MLB 3.
Hey, Daniel, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, MLB 3, NHL 4. No, NBA 4, NHL 5, college football 6, because, well, we know about college football.
I would flip your 1 and 2, but the rest I would agree with.
Okay. Oh, also, just kind of warning, we might get a UST raid since Daniel's in here. Because I know UST's live for this, so
we appreciate it.
Warning.
Shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers. They defeated the Chicago Cubs.
Yes, they did.
Big 3-run rally in the 8th inning. Thank you, William Contreras. So now the Brewers are back to the 500 mark.
And Freddie pitching tomorrow up against Jameson Tyone.
There's a reasonable shot at a series win.
The Phillies need a win tomorrow.
Yeah.
They are struggling.
Our second favorite team, the Philadelphia Phillies. Man.
Ranger Suarez, Taijuan Walker. I don't know who's going to be out there. But when they come back to Philly. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, I know.
As we have Cody here in the house.
Hey, Cody.
Oh, you have the mouse. I'm like, where did the mouse disappear to?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. He's going to use it and just go all off.
Scott Michelle.
We know.
Let's go, Brewers.
We know. Absolutely. Hey, we do get a decent contingent of Cubs fans
And
in our videos. So I thank you for sticking around and recognizing we love all people, even if you got the wrong laundry. We appreciate that. Speaking of wrong laundry, what is that dude wearing? That's like the Philly sports guy gone wrong. Good Lord.
Jimmy Garoppolo look-alike among the Miami fans.
Oh, man. Cody Hankins, what do we got here? The Atlanta Braves City Connect.
Oh, okay. Well, I love jerseys,
Let's see what this looks like as we're about to tip this thing off.
City Connect. Here
Doug Sermons will be your lead official tonight. He's in his 9th Final Four.
Oh, that's nice.
I see it throws back to the 1974.
That's
Hank Aaron
nice.
Design. Love it.
It says the A.
The A. I'm not as much a fan of it. Then just have the A. That's all you need. That's all you need.
With the I love it. I think that's awesome.
Popcorn 3-pointer from the corner. And we got ourselves a 3-0 UConn lead to start it.
Flyers, right? Yeah, which would make the city, well, not Flyers because they haven't been to the Cup in so long.
Agreed.
All right, Luke.
It's usually the team that hasn't won one in a long time that's going to get the city going. By far, not trust me. A Phillies World Series would go off again. But even more though, even if the Flyers won it, another Eagles Super Bowl championship, Philadelphia here, our current hometown, where we live now, I think would even be bigger.
If the Union win, I'd be curious to see how much of an effect the Union would have if they win. Yeah, because I mean there was some hype around them.
Right, and I love the team.
Oh yeah, go Union.
I love the team. It's just more. There's not as much, not as much buzz around them.
Kane's rebound.
And
still moving.
Yeah, it was a go away. I think that was real. There was a defensive piece to that puzzle as well. Offensive rebounding, and it's not enough. Big credit, by the way, to the court designers.
Oh, without a doubt, yes.
To do a court design that uses the graphic and font usage from NASA. Few of the Flyers have been on the team for like 17 years.
Oh, they're not making a run.
No.
I mean, just lose for one freaking game. Just tank for Bedard.
Never tank.
I think part of it is also just the way things are run there. And I don't know at what level it is, but Torts is a great coach, but I don't know if it's front office. I don't know where the problem is. But somewhere there's a problem because they're not winning.
Did you get Tony Voda, Baseball Road Trippers comment there? Agreed. Get rid of the.
Yeah, they would be perfect. I mean, I like them. They'll be good, but so UConn still up 3-0 here as we are under 18 minutes left in the first half.
So far, Miami's shooting has been cold.
It's money.
A 3-point set shot. Sanogo. Well, Miami's offense has been colder than a Rita's Italian ice.
Yeah, Broad Street Bullies. That would get the city fired up.
Yes. They love teams that are just tough, that reflect the city's personality so much.
Not a good shot there from Poplar.
They have not made a shot all game, the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Newton misses it. That with the rebound is Omir.
UConn not much better.
Yeah.
We've only made a couple of shots so far this game.
Turnover.
Oh, man.
Sanogo gets it.
UConn is playing just ridiculous defense.
They're playing Big East basketball. That's what they're playing. So
another 3-point set shot. He has found a spot.
That's money. 9-0.
Oh man.
11 watching. Glad to have you all in here. As
Yeah.
the Huskies up early, 16:40 left here in the first half. As baseball road tripper chiming in here. Denied by Sunogo, by the way.
Khalid El-Amin. Love it. Love it. I actually, when I was doing minor league basketball play-by-play, he played for some of the opponents of the team I worked for, the Rockford Lightning of the CBA. I remember calling some Khalid El-Amin games. And he had a gift. He could play.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely could play.
So, Miami got a bucket.
There you go.
Hawkins.
And the ball stuck. Which becomes I think, an alternate possession situation and I would think Miami gets this time.
Yeah. So, look at that. Boom. And that was right Jackson there, the small forward for the Huskies. And they have one foul, by the way. So.
I'll bet.
Every day in the Sorgy House is a culinary class.
Yes. Usually it's a culinary class involving me blowing up something in the kitchen.
And that was, again, Poplar there with the 3. And who is that being fouled? It's Bonner Prendy again, their own Isaiah Wong from Piscataway, New Jersey.
Oh, man. An all-Miami FAU versus Miami final, John Jansen?
I like San Diego State, though. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to see them there.
If it had been an all-Miami final, you would have seen Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris and all the 72 Dolphins popping champagne again. No, they don't do that. They actually don't. I talked to one of them one time. They don't actually do that. It's just a myth that they do.
I mean, the rebuild of San Diego State's program is awesome.
Can we agree that the UConn women's run one of the best dynasties in sports? Amen.
Oh, yeah.
It has, I think, finally come to an end.
Yeah.
Now they're not even making Final Fours. They're getting so bad, Marquette's beating them.
Yay!
Amen.
Marquette's got a good coach.
Yes, Megan Duffy. I hope they can hold on to her. She's an excellent women's coach.
There's not much of a better place to be than the Big East.
I know. At least when it comes to basketball.
Well, I mean, I hope she has the same mentality as Shaka on wanting to be at a basketball school.
That'd be crazy in a country of this size. And that's not saying too much about Marquette. What?
Gino,
they made the tournament.
Yeah, we did. We lost first round, but
Marquette made the tournament, and then beating Gino Auriemma.
Yeah, I was about to say he's still coaching, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because a lot of these women's coaches have retired. Who doesn't, Cody? Who doesn't love our City Connect jerseys?
Amen. Because it's powder blue. Look at the colors surrounding this box. Powder blue. It's awesome.
Yeah.
10,000% awesomeness. By the way, tell us, do you like the graphics?
Yeah, like, would you rather just have, like, the plain background or something, or, like a powder blue background or, like, the graphic in the back? Because, especially for some of our baseball streams, we could easily have, like, Miller Park graphics.
Miller Park, some of the road parks we've been to, all those.
While we're on a break, do we want to rate someone? Because I just saw that someone went live.
That's up to you.
1982
Milwaukee Brewers powder blue.
Yes.
I know which one you're going to go with. They destroyed my childhood.
The Cardinals.
No.
Blue. The Cardinals powder blue is nice, though.
Okay, I'm watching this sort of in-game ad with Pizza Hut and delivery to the student section.
I told you, UConn has a student section. They've got it.
Jiminy Chris, you can do so much better. so much better with pizza in Houston.
All right, let's send a little love over to Todd Guy.
What's this about the background? The background is getting Talking Heads vibes. Burning down the house. By the way, I think there's a member of the Talking Heads from Milwaukee. So, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, go click that link. Send some love to Todd Guy.
Go check them out. By far.
It's probably going to be maroon. That's my guess. I bet maroon or navy blue.
Maroon or royal?
Yeah, royal. I mean, I'm saying navy because, the Sixers did navy and it looked nice.
It is now 11 for UConn. Sinogo with more points.
Most iconic jersey in college basketball? I say UCLA.
I got to go UNC.
Okay.
Marquette's is the best looking.
Yes, it is.
But UNC, I think, is the most iconic because UCLA hasn't done much in my lifetime, let alone all of your lifetimes.
Click that link and just put, all you need is 10 characters in there, including the space. Sorgi Raid. And check out Tiger. Subscribe.
Absolutely. Great channel. Great trivia channel, by the way.
They're doing a lot of trivia. Joey's been hosting some trivia.
Tons of trivia.
Joey's been hosting music trivia.
I need to get on those and say hi on some of those.
You got plenty of time. I mean,
well,
they're live. They're live all times.
Yeah. So.
And now, Sorgi Raid. Yes, Sean, Sorgi Raid. And I have others, people's. One specifically, and maybe a couple others.
Miami 1 for 9 from the field.
Oh, the captain just finished up his WrestleMania Live.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Wait, was that live in Philadelphia this year?
No, I don't think so.
There's one coming up.
Yeah, there is one coming up.
He took that shot from like Galveston.
He had to get it off.
Yeah. Not good. Well, that's a very obvious answer for us.
Brewers,
of course it's going to be the Brewers.
Second place, Angels, right?
I would say so.
I think, yeah, second place goes to the Angels. Oh, so it's Jerry Harrison.
That is right, Jerry Harrison. Let's see, you got the Talking Heads, you got the Violent Femmes.
Yeah.
With Milwaukee connections. But that's nothing compared to the music scene and the music history here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We might do something on that.
11-4, the Huskies lead. Nice shot.
Tied with the Brewers. Excellent. Long distance NBA range 3, not there for Miami.
Rebound.
And yeah, they can't hit a bucket.
Wong with the rebound. Can't hold on. Or he does hold on to it. Oh, and now UConn has it. They're moving quick.
They're playing Marquette ball. They're playing like Marquette dirty ball.
Newton? Money! 14-4. Jinx, knock on wood.
That is true. The Bodines are a Milwaukee band. Happy Hodag. Very good Milwaukee band.
Long. Charge called, it looked like. Right, that's the charge, right? I think that, yeah. I didn't see a charge there, but okay. Beautiful pass by Wong. Did you see his pass?
I didn't.
He was literally making a laying out pass as he was going to go out of bounds and got it out to the corner.
Nice.
But it doesn't count because of a charge. Or no. Defensive foul.
Okay.
They call it a charge, but okay.
That's my bad. And I think I've been watching some, excuse me, been watching some NASA documentaries in recent days. I actually saw one from the last Apollo mission, which was the first ever international mission.
Beverly with a miss. UConn.
Great lead pass, but it was tipped out of bounds. Still goes back to, actually, I think it goes back to UConn.
That was Klingon who was trying to get it.
But, yeah, these.
Yes. San Diego. I don't like San Diego's. I feel like it's the perfect jersey for one day a year, and that's Easter. If they wore that jersey on Easter, it would be perfect.
So in 8 days.
But
It looks like a bunch of Easter eggs.
outside of that, no, I don't like it. I do like the Nats.
I can appreciate the attempt with the San Diego jersey.
Yeah,
I think there are some cultural connections to it.
there are.
So I'm not going to rip it in that sense. I'm just not a fan of the look.
Yeah.
Not the purpose though.
Concept A+.
Yeah.
Jersey D.
NASA videos that I've been watching include like the last Apollo mission,
Okay.
which included an astronaut from Wisconsin
Okay.
flying with 2 Soviets,
Nice.
where they actually like literally flew separate missions from the U.S. to the Soviet Union, docked, and hung out
Nice.
for a couple of days.
Whoa, got it.
And they said that when they learned each other's languages, Americans learned Russian and the Russians learned Houston. Because the dialect is so strong in Texas. Texas.
Thanks. So yeah, Nats, City Connect I love.
Amen.
Colorado I like too. UConn just trying to move the ball. Klingen down
open
low.
underneath and then and one for Klingen. And one.
Money from Donovan Klingen, the freshman center from Bristol, Connecticut. I'm sounding like Gus Johnson there. Donovan Klingen.
That sounded a little more like Gus Johnson. The first time sounded like Stephen A. Smith talking about Bristol, Connecticut.
Where he does not work.
No, because he works out of New York.
The Seaport Studios, Pier 16.
That's right.
Or 17 or 18.
You wanted
like
to go to that, I think, last time we went to
if they were having tours, I would love to go there.
Have to look that up.
I like ESPN. That's what I'm when I'm off of school, I turn on First Take. Stephen A's back tomorrow. After
Sunday?
Monday.
Nice.
Rebound Huskies.
Buy a shot.
11:58. Oh, a steal.
18 to 7. 18 to 7. Miami is on. Oh, sorry, 16 to 9. My bad.
And
Miami was on pace to score only 35 points in this game.
that was Beverly there with the steal and going all the way down.
Oh, and he flies into the second or third row, right in. It looks like into the Westwood One broadcast, the radio broadcast.
Oh, so John is saying that it's better than the brown and yellow.
No.
Brown and yellow.
Brown and yellow is
classic.
It's just Padres.
Funny enough, I'm learning Russian right now. Felt it would be topical for the people, and to learn the origin of my last name, water in Russian.
Ooh.
Okay.
So would that be pronounced water? What is Russian for water?
Water.
Since we have water ice, not water ice here in Philadelphia, they call it water, not water. Maybe he'll be an astronaut. Ooh. Now that would be a career move, baseball road tripper.
YouTuber to astronaut.
And yes, on your spacewalk, you would need to bring a baseball and hit it into outer space.
Yes. I just want to check the poll.
You would hit it farther than Aaron Judge.
So 12 votes and UConn getting 75% of the vote.
Excellent.
So,
as it should be. By the way, everyone, give a like to the video. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed to us yet, please do. Love to have you on our journeys. We're trying to get more vlogs posted on a once-a-week basis again.
that sounds awesome.
Yes, the first MLB game on the moon. But the problem is that you would, because it's 1/6 the gravity. I mean, you're talking like a third of a mile down the left and right field lines. And with the spacesuits, it would be hard to pitch. You'd have like one-hand swings on a tee, which is exactly how Hank Aaron basically hit. He used his other hand as a guide hand. It was really a one-arm, like tennis forehand swinger back in the day. I will be right back. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. So, as we are here in the first half of the semifinal, let's talk a little bit about the first game. San Diego State a buzzer beater to take down Florida Atlantic. So Brian Dutcher's squad moves on. We're also going to try to do our in chat. Feel free to play along our summoning of Nick the Legend. Nick the Legend, can you show up? We'll see if that works. Usually it does. Oh, we lost people. Okay. Usually Nick the Legend shows up when someone says his name. So I'm trying to try it and see if he'll show up. If not, shoot him a text, right? See, John is just anti-Brown jersey. See, I'm not. I mean, the Browns, what can you do about it, right? Like, what can you do? They're literally called the Browns. There's not much you can do. So Dan Hurley, the UConn coach, man, he is great in the Hurley family. Bobby Hurley, Bob Hurley, right there. As, man, wow. Yeah, baseball road trooper. Yeah, not the Jackrabbits. Although the Jackrabbits have better colors. Deep three, no good. Rebound there by. Come on, tablet, work. As actually the bucket is there by number. Bucket there was by. I don't know if that was by. I got my roster open now. Brown. Yes, that's very true. So there goes Eileen. Misses though. Yeah, but still, John. I mean, still, like, the pot, I mean, it just looks, it's classic. It's just classic. Tony Gwynn. So, 8 of you watching. 16-11, UConn leads with 10:40 left here. UConn with 5 fouls and the possession arrow. Miami with 2. The shot there missed. Rebound UConn as they take it down the floor. Hawkins turns it over. And there is Beverly with the dunk. It's a 3-point game with 10 minutes left. UConn taking their time, not in a rush. Sanogo with the nice layup there as we are under 10 minutes, 9:50 left. See you, Scott Michelle. Have a good night. Sanogo with 10 points. The rest of the UConn team with 8 here. 9:43 left. Miami trying to get a bucket. 3 ball, no good. Rebound by Sanogo. And Sanogo 4 for 5 from the field. The rest of the team 3 for 9. Eileen gets it out to Calcaterra. Sanogo. Great ball movement there by the Huskies. Calcaterra misses his 3. Rebound. Hurricanes. And the putback. Missed. Third chance. They've got it. As that is Jordan Miller, the guard from Middleburg, Virginia, the 5th-year senior. Yellow is colorful. I mean, brown isn't that colorful, but yellow is, yes. Okay, so the and one shot here from Miller. Trying to make it a 2-point game. In the Elite Eight, he had 27 points, 13 for 13 from free throws and 7 for 7 from the field. As he sinks it, so 18-16. UConn with 6 fouls, Miami with 2. 8:57 left here in the first half as the Huskies have the ball. Both teams with all of their timeouts. Calcaterra loses it but gets it back and he misses the shot. But Sanogo rebounds after a rebound there by Karabad, and he misses but the foul as Sanogo will head to the line. So 8:37 left as Miami is in the bonus. Sanogo 10 points, 3 rebounds so far. The free throw first one is missed. The second. Up and good. So, here we go. Miami with the ball. Glad to have the 6 of you watching as we are close to an hour live. Miami 3, sunk it. Nigel Pack. Indianapolis' own. So UConn has it with 8 minutes left. And the Huskies have been in control all game. As it's tied, not anymore. Calcaterra, the graduate guard, puts it down and in. Pack misses his shots. UConn rebounds. Sanogo. Oh, and it's a cha-cha. The travel call on UConn. Sanogo there. So it is the break. And yeah. So 7 of you watching. Glad to have you all in here. Keep the comments coming. What do you think about this game so far? I think it's been pretty good as the Huskies lead this one 21-19. Just over midway through the first half. Pretty slow-moving game. I mean, we're 58 minutes live. Actually, decently quick. 9:43. Game started after 9. 40 minutes-ish. Same thing with Minnesota, right, Tony? I think so. 99% sure about that. But yeah, so what else is going on? Tomorrow we've got the women's championship. Kim Moley leads the LSU Tigers as she's their head coach. Angel Reese, their top player, up against Caitlin Clark. What a star she is at Iowa in that championship game. And obviously, San Diego State will be playing the winner of this game Monday night in Houston. MLB's going on. We've got the NBA, the NHL, the MLS. Plenty of stuff happening. XFL, Kurt Bankert made his debut. Team lost, but, things happen. No, John. Baseball road jerseys, in my opinion, should be the lightest color. So, for the Cardinals, I think their road jerseys should be baby blue. Same for the Brewers, same for the Phillies. For the Pirates, gold. For the Giants, orange, etc., etc., etc. For the Reds, I mean, it'd have to be red. They'd have to have a black alternate as their alt. Obviously, for the Yankees and the Dodgers, you kind of need gray. For the Cubs, baby blue, you don't need gray for them. Only gray when necessary in baseball, in my opinion. So we see Jim Larranaga there. Man, this is such a great game. There you are.
Business to attend to.
I held the fort down. It's been pretty
Much appreciated.
It's been a decent amount of action. 21-19.
Defensive.
UConn leads.
Defensive so far.
Yeah.
But we are still 7:40 left first half. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Feelings of have we discussed our feelings about the Miami Road uniforms, the black? Which I think is
these
alternate.
are their, I don't mind them. I mean,
Okay.
I'd kind of rather them wear orange, but
Yeah.
because I mean, orange or green in this case. I think UConn should be wearing blue. And they should be wearing orange.
John Jansen, no more gray uniforms.
Yeah, I was just saying how the Cardinals road jersey should be baby blue, etc., etc.
I agree, just like the Brewers.
Only with exceptions being like teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think Reds you probably have to.
I think red might work, but still.
Red Sox you probably have to.
Yeah. But again, only necessity.
Agreed.
For
Agreed.
like other than that.
Yeah, and I think for other sports, only in particular circumstances. Like I could see like the West Virginia charcoal gray. I think is absolutely perfectly appropriate.
Oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm okay with like charcoal gray in sports. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Excuse me. Coffee.
Drink some coffee. So 23-19, UConn leads. They do have the ball with 6:35 left. Great ball movement.
Agreed.
Sunogo, money.
Inside of the gas station, Sunogo. Fuel with gasoline, 25.19. All the dad jokes.
I mean, that's Sunoco, but
right,
close enough.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Padres are the only road uniform with pinstripes. Huh.
That's true.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah.
I like the khaki for the Padres.
I do. I like that a lot.
I'm a fan of that, both as a part of the brown theme that they use, as well as a nod to the high level of military around that area.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the new Twins jerseys?
I think I may have seen some previews in Baseball Road Trippers.
Here. Twins.
3 ball, side pocket, no. Ooh, heavy rejection. You don't drive into that part of the lane.
Yeah, that was Omir who was denied. These are the uniforms.
All right.
So,
not bad. I've seen those. Not bad. I actually like the Minnesota gray.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I wish they'd have a red jersey.
Yeah, well, have a red, bring that back to baby blue.
Yes. I don't really get the whole Twin Cities thing
I like it.
No, like I get it, but like I don't think you need 2 white jerseys.
Right. And the M looks too much like the old Marlins M.
I was gonna say I don't like that M that much.
Just keep the TC. It's
TC
fine.
is fine.
Or the 80s M, which I love.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they could even do like the current gray jersey in a powder blue.
It's sharp. It is sharp. I just don't know if you need 2 white jerseys. Is what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if that's cream. I think it might be cream, but you don't need a white.
If it's cream, that's fine.
I'm not a big fan of having a white and a cream. I think you only need one, with the exception of like City. I mean, the Brewers I'm okay with because they have pinstripes.
It's pinstripe and it's also throwback with pinstripe.
No, well, the current ones now.
Oh, player down, Pack.
Yeah, that's Nigel Pack, their point guard. He averages 17 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists.
We're seeing an ad for the Galazzo Network on CBS Sports.
Golazo!
I'm trying to picture Jim Nantz doing, "Hello, friends. This is the Galazzo Network." ELS Train Tuber. Hey.
Which the Tigers.
They just have 2?
Yeah, they don't have a navy blue.
Oh, yeah. You could do navy. You could do orange. Aaron.
Yeah.
Your teams can easily do that. Oh, the back and forth banter. I'd watch a show just of the two of you bantering. The M is supposed to be announced the old Senators W just upside down. If the old Senators are in distress, that should mean the Twins are actually winning. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I could see that. It just still looks too much like.
Yeah, John, that's what we're talking about, is these new units. Yeah, you need alternates.
Gotta have alternates. The Tigers are a great historic franchise. They're not the Yankees. They and the Dodgers are the only mention of 2.
I'm still not opposed to having Oh!
That shot was sent into the Gulf of Mexico.
Who was that?
Klingon,
man. I'm okay with the Yankees having a navy blue jersey.
No. The Yankees should only have 2.
And what about the Dodgers royal blue?
I'm not even a fan of that.
I think the royal blues. I think the
That's
Dodgers.
classic.
I think the. Oh, Klingon. With the shot there, whatever just happened. I don't know. They're showing something. I missed something.
I wonder how many Star Trek jokes he's heard in his life with Star Trek going up against the Klingons.
Oh, a Tiger Stripe jersey.
Huh. That might not be bad.
Motor City, I wouldn't mind that.
Motor City, maybe that's your orange. Maybe that's your navy.
I could see the orange.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the Pistons Motor Cities with the racing stripes.
Yeah, not a fan.
I like those.
I actually much prefer the teal, and I can't stand the teal Pistons. That tells you how much I can't stand the Motor City stripe version.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Oh, the Cardinals for sure need a red.
Yes.
But that they need. They're the Cardinals.
Wait, Baseball Road Trip, you're suggesting a Cincinnati Bengals style stripe jersey.
Yeah, so I just
Okay, I thought you were talking just like regular pinstripes.
Nah.
No, you want it to look like that Bengals helmet? No. Just me, but that's my own opinion. That's my own opinion. So, but yes, Detroit needs more than 2 jerseys. Absolutely needs more than 2. Let's see. You don't know why the Pistons went black. It's not their color scheme. That's because almost every team in sports at some point or another wears black.
Yes.
For intimidation, for looks, and because it's going to sell a jersey.
I have the Bucks black jersey. I love that.
That's simple. The Motor City Kitties. Oh my gosh. That's bad. That's mean. That's mean.
What was I gonna say? Idea for MLB teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that teams kind of do this. Have a like.
Isn't this fantastic college basketball talk we're doing? Okay.
Have like, for example, Milwaukee Bears, like pay homage to the Negro Leagues.
Yes, I would agree with that 100%. Would be awesome.
Like what was the Philly team?
That was Philadelphia Stars.
Philly Stars. Mm-hmm. That would be a cool.
They used to outdraw the A's and Phillies combined.
Oh yeah.
They were massive here in Philadelphia.
I mean, imagine the Phillies wearing Philly Stars jerseys.
Oh man, we've got a whole lot of talk here. Lions haven't had success since before the AFL existed. When you've had one playoff win since 1957. That ain't beautiful. Finkel is Einhorn, traditional Cardinals only, maybe with a hint of blue. Maybe. The Twins try to copy the success and heartbreak of the Vikings. Oh, man. Blues home jersey. Very dark navy blue, yes. Yeah, it's true.
Can you guys mouth?
Oh, man.
Quote Tom Grossi.
Be nice. It's working because they suck. Would you call the Blues home jersey black?
Hold on. Let
We'll have
me
to look
look
it
up
up.
their jersey.
27-19 UConn over Miami. 4:08 left first half. And yes, as the screen says, it's been a game of runs. 14-4 for UConn. 14-5 for Miami. 8-0 for UConn in response. And that shot missed everything. Sort of landed in Katy, Texas.
That's not black. That's navy blue with royal blue.
Yeah, that's like blue on blue.
Yeah, that's with gold.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a fan.
Oh, and look at this.
And the gold throwback.
I kind of like it.
I'm not as much of a fan of the stripes or the fonts of the St. Louis Blues, but I love the colors.
Yes.
We're all about blue and gold here, obviously. You can tell by our color scheme, the Milwaukee flag, the Marquette Championship blue, Brewers blue, even Packers throwback blue.
Look at my home screen. Hold on. Look at my tablet home screen. It's blue and gold. It's that same thing.
Exactly. So, yeah, you know where we stand.
So, yeah.
And we're nearing the first half.
Man, I just had an idea.
Which is?
We should have done an April Fool's prank.
Uh-oh.
We completely missed out on that opportunity.
Oh, man.
Like, do Sorgy stories, except it's, like, not us. We have, like, other people hosting the show.
I have always wanted,
Uh-huh.
if the Bucks and the Brewers ever play a game on the same day,
Uh-huh.
to have Bob Uecker do the Bucks game and the Bucks announcers do the Brewers.
I want Marcus Johnson on the Brewers.
That would be nuts. That would be nuts. Aaron Johnson. 3 MLB games one time right now. And your fantasy team is worse than most of our brackets. Let's see. The yellow jersey was the reverse retro jersey. Huh. American Football Network.
What's
hey.
up? I sent you the link, by the way. I don't know if you saw it.
I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I'll stop saying.
Since halftime's coming up, I'm just going to see if there's any other sports on the...
I was going to say, don't leave the room, otherwise I'm going to have to sing during the halftime show. You don't want that. You're going to drive all of our viewers away.
I'm just flipping the other TV on to see if there's anything on for during the half.
That's right. He's got TV number 2 down here. We had that since our double live stream of Brewers, Cubs, and Phillies, Rangers on Thursday.
Game's that Guardians, Mariners.
Let's see. Yeah, I got Cleveland, Seattle going. Little NHL hockey tonight as well. Ooh. Do we have a little Dave Sims doing the play-by-play tonight in that game?
No, it's Fox, so it'll be Joe Davis.
Okay. Wait a second. Whoa. Yeah, it's not going to be Beyonce at halftime. Beyonce, the Houston native, by the way. All the credit in the world. American Football Network, one of your brackets is ranked 32 can ESPN out of 20 million. You've got UConn winning. Man, we're going to Vegas with you next time. So, all
the Super Bowl in Vegas is going to be crazy next year.
Oh, that's going to be ridiculous. Oh, sadness. Sadness can't join us tonight. Man.
It's all right. Let's see. Oh, why is the TV not working?
We may have too many signals going.
No.
You can't have both screens
Okay.
going.
There.
Much better. Much better. 27-21, UConn, 3 minutes left, first half. Oh, spectacular shoe game for Miami as well.
Orange. I like when they all color coordinate their
Yes,
shoes.
that's true.
Like when Marquette always all goes baby blue. I mean, Miami should for sure all wear orange today, and UConn, I think UConn should have red shoes.
Yeah, the thing is that now with NIL deals, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Left-handed 3 from the corner, not there, but he gets his own rebound.
No, not Sonoga. That is Aline. I think that's Aline.
29-21 UConn. 2 and change left in the first. The crowd tonight must be close to 80,000.
Yeah, probably.
That, to me, 80,000 people going to a basketball game. You know where else that might have happened with the NBA? The Bucks in 2021 when they won the championship. You had 17,000 in the arena, 65,000 outside it. Just ridiculous.
Hey, pitched a clean final 2 outs. Nice. Who's he with?
Ooh, nice tip game for UConn.
Oh, he's with the Phillies.
Okay.
I think. Yes, he is with the Phillies.
Double check that, but yeah.
I'll double check it. I'm like 99% sure.
Ooh, Drano on a 3-point shot there.
Thought he was on the Phillies.
Long distance, 32-21.
Got it. On Phil's. Well, I mean, they got blown out today. So,
And you got a picture of him with the Pirates back in one of the Mount Rushmore jerseys.
Yeah.
The gold Pittsburgh Pirates jersey from Willie Stargell era.
I have not. No.
Man.
Also,
big 3 for Miami to get back to within 10.
hey, Finn, if you finish your homework, go. Feel free. If not, no worries. But
Yep, 32-24 UConn. 54 seconds left, UConn with the ball. Yeah, that would make it hard, perhaps, for Milwaukee to get a Final Four at Miller Park, because you get a baseball capacity, like maybe 45, 50,000. They can get 80 in these football stadiums.
Yeah.
But I think it's also why when Philly builds a replacement down the road for Lincoln Financial Field, put a roof on it. You can get the Super Bowl. You can get the Final Four.
oh, I didn't think about that fasting, but no water.
Oh my gosh!
During this run.
During Ramadan,
Yeah.
because you can't do that during the day. You can at night,
Yeah.
but not during the day.
But I mean, imagine being a basketball player trying to do that.
Yeah, that's not recommended. Not
I
recommended.
mean, but for the religion,
I mean, that-
all respect.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to do. It's a beautiful move. It's just very hard to be able to compete at a world-class level to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that they have like food and drink. What's up, E-Digits?
Yep, it is Ramadan.
Yes.
And yeah, it is a challenge to fast. I actually tried that yesterday, both in terms of faith as a Catholic and also with just as a health move. It ain't easy.
Yeah.
Try doing that and being an athlete. Good luck.
Yeah, Aaron, Tony was wondering if he's on the fantasy team for you.
Yeah, Aaron, we got to find out when Brewers Tigers is and do a live stream. We would love to have you on and do that. Absolutely. Man, I didn't know that San Diego State came back from 14 down.
You didn't know that?
2 touchdowns down to win against FAU. That is bonkers. Man, the UConn Huskies, they won every game in this tournament so far by 15 plus. They haven't had to face a close game.
Oh, she doesn't have Josh Harrison. Okay. I'm currently trying to find when the Tigers play the Brewers.
Which to me says they could be vulnerable in a close game situation if there is one. They may not face one. This team looks dialed in and ready to win a national title.
Brewers play the Tigers.
Woo! Buzzer beater at halftime. 3-pointer, 37-24.
Brewers play the Tigers Monday the 24th through the 26th.
Of?
This one.
Oh, in April. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that may be hard to do a stream, but on a weeknight, but we'll see.
Caravan there.
Yep.
Money.
Yeah. The kid may not be able to last for the stream, but maybe us, we can see if we can drag
It's a
baseball road trip.
It's a 6:40 start.
So 7:40 start our time.
Yeah. and then the Wednesday is at 12:40, so 1:40 our time.
Okay. Would you be traveling to Milwaukee, Aaron? Would that be one of your trips? Have you been there, Aaron? Tell us about your experiences of Milwaukee.
I'm cool. I think for white jerseys you can go cream, you can go white, you can go pinstripe. I feel like there you can have some differences there. Like it's
And baseball road tripper taking his road trip to Outer Mongolia and the Planet Mars. No, I'm kidding. But I know you got some really cool travels coming. That's awesome. That's awesome.
okay.
Yeah. Aaron, tell us of your Milwaukee journeys.
I'll be right back.
Deal.
I love the cream, John. I think that especially the Cardinals cream. The Cardinals creams are awesome.
I love when baseball jerseys go cream. Those are fun. I also think even the Milwaukee Bucks, with Milwaukee being known as the cream city because Milwaukee's bricks are cream, typically not as much the red brick in terms of constructions of buildings. I love the nod that they do with cream. Just amazing. Just amazing. Yeah, I've heard good things about Classic Slice. We've never been there. I got some great pizza places for you, Aaron. If you in Milwaukee, if you want to go. Yeah, some dude named Zach Hampel. You got more than him. That's big. That's big. What recommendations do you want, Aaron? What are you looking for? What is white in NBA the road jersey, John? That happens. You get white road jerseys. Definitely get some there. Let's see. 2018. Oh, you were there when the Brewers, Aaron, were fighting to clinch a division title and clinched a tie for it in the last game of the year. And Yelich went off that day. I covered it from the studio for our radio station, WTMJ. Uneducated Sports Talk. Thank you, big time. Oh, thank you for the raid, Daniel. Love it. Yes, the home alternate cream jersey. Big fan. Big fan of cream jerseys. Love them. Yeah, that game. Oh, Christian Yelich was carrying the Brewers, carrying them to get eventually one game away from the World Series. I remember them playing the Tigers that day. I covered it from the studio, from the Milwaukee radio studio, connected to where Bob Uecker was calling the game. That was special. That was special. Yep. It was a blowout Brewers win, a win they had to have to win the division title. They won a tie for it. And then the next day went down to Chicago and won game 163 at Wrigley. And Brewers fans nearly took it over. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Big time, John. Thank you. Aaron, if you're going to Milwaukee, what kind of food do you love? What's your favorite? We can recommend some restaurants.
Do you mind if we eat your chips?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. He's got my dippers.
I'm hungry. Well, This is mine.
Yep, my dippers. We are halftime 37-24. UConn over Miami in what used to be a Big East game eons ago. I think back in like the late 80s, somewhere around there, I think Miami was in the Big East for like a pocket of time. Very itty-bitty amount of time. That would have been cool for Marquette to go down to Miami and play some conference games back in that time. But no. Oh, all the recommendations in the world. Okay. Burgers, Kopp's, and for Kopp's frozen custard. Pizza. Highly recommend Carini's. And tell them the Sorgi family sent you. Our family knows the owners, the Carini's. What else? Fried cheese curds. 1,000 places in the city do them well. Big fan of Lakefront Brewery. Their fried cheese curds, their Friday fish fries. are insanely good.
Oh, I do want to touch on the pizza.
Yeah.
Near the stadium. Unknown, really good place, Happy Tap.
Happy Tap, yes, in West Dallas.
Thin crust.
Outstanding. Milwaukee's known for thin crust pizza specifically. And it's because a lot of bars, taverns would serve pizza, but they need to make it quickly enough for people who are just drinking a beer or two. They want to be able to service it quickly. So they learned how to make just the super thin crust pizza with just a few toppings, like a cracker thin crust. Just insane. Just insane. Baseball road trip. Too bad this is not UCF instead of Miami. The basketball civil conflict. UCF UConn. I'm missing this. I should know what you're referring to. I'm just not thinking right now. Man. Favorite Brewers jersey.
Baby blue.
1982 road throwback jersey. Best baseball jersey ever made.
Also baby blue.
Yes, they're City Connect. I'm also a big fan of the navy blue too, which you've got.
1982 pinstripe too.
Yes, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Another recommendation for sandwiches right here.
Anything Italian.
Glorioso's. Glorioso's Italian Market.
Legalized marinara.
Legalized marinara. And get their Chicago combo, what they call it. It is both Italian beef and Italian sausage. It will cut your life expectancy by 4 months. It's worth it. It's that good.
Also, for good fries, curds, barbecue, Saz's.
Amen. Really good.
Next time we go back, we need to have Saz's because I've never had their barbecue.
And just in terms of of other stuff to enjoy besides Brewers games, go by the lakefront. Being on Lake Michigan, you can understand this being from Detroit. Being on Lake Michigan, it feels like an ocean. It feels like you are on an ocean, but it's fresh water. And you've got all like the beaches down there. You've got a bunch of parks down there. You have the Milwaukee Art Museum and Discovery World down there. And Milwaukee's festivals. Summerfest has the world's biggest music festival. Runs for 3 straight weekends in June and July. You have all the different ethnic festivals: Fest Italiana, Irish Fest, German Fest, Indian Summer, the Native American Festival, Polish Fest, African World Festival. So many great festivals. Just awesome. Look up the UConn UCF NCAA football rival. They try to have a trophy game? Trophy game? To quote my former coworker at WTMJ Radio in Milwaukee, Gene Miller. Huh? That's crazy for them to have a trophy game. That is bonkers. That is real bonkers. Yeah, UConn is bringing a very crazy, strong fan game. Oh, they got a big Miami.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the U.
Yeah, I was fooled because I thought that was a red.
It was.
Foam finger, not an orange one. Yeah, it is a red one. So, interesting Miami white home jersey that a fan is putting up. That is not a bad design. That's not a bad design behind Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley and Ernie Johnson from the Mean Street to 68th Street in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
Dude. He wasn't born in Milwaukee?
Yeah, he was.
You said Wauwatosa.
He lived in Wauwatosa, but he was born in Milwaukee. Actually, no, technically, it may have been in the city. I have to look.
I was about to say, he's in the city.
Okay.
Because they did a video of him going back, and the street signs were Milwaukee street signs.
Then it was Milwaukee. Either way, he's from the mean streets. As Shaq and Charles Barkley would put it. But yeah, Great dude. Great dude. Yeah, here in Philly, if they ever wanted to host the Final Four, they would have to build a new Eagles stadium with a roof. They should do it. Big cities should be willing to enjoy the Final Four. Oh, wow. I just got a text. We got a friend who's covering the Final Four right now for CNN. Buddy, who you met. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, absolutely. A very devoted Atlanta Braves fan. Very devoted. Oh, he sent us pictures of him with Shaka Smart. Oh, that's awesome.
Shaka.
Coach of the year, by the way. Named Coach of the Year today as well.
Ray Meyer Coach of the
Yep.
Year? Yay. Shaka. Shaka.
To us, who's the U of M? Miami, Michigan, or Minnesota? Obviously, you are picking the Gophers.
Michigan. When I think of U of M, I think Michigan.
I think Michigan because if I think Miami, I think the U.
Yeah, I think that for Miami.
Clayton Kershaw getting you fantasy points, Aaron. I still remember when you were inside Mommy's tummy, we saw the Brewers play the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium when the Brewers lit Kershaw up. Just destroyed him.
We also saw Kershaw one other time.
Yeah.
When he took on Jimmy Nelson at Miller Park.
Yes, and I was trying to be all kind and lovey-dovey to your mommy. And she's like, shut up, I want to watch the game. I'm like, okay.
Those seats we were in, I like those too.
Yeah.
We were in the left field bleachers.
Those are fun seats at Miller Park. American Family Field, but yes, Miller Park, always. It shall be known as that until we die. Man. Yeah, this will be the final of the late streams for us here in the East Coast, unless there's a late game next Saturday night, maybe. And even then, I don't know, and I'd be thinking like NBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say NBA.
I don't think the Bucks are playing that time, so probably gonna do baseball. Probably baseball. If we go through. No thanks. No thanks. Okay, how does the scoring work to get 15 points? If
It
you can
just
describe
does.
that.
No one
Okay.
knows how scoring works.
Especially fantasy baseball.
Oh wow. New CBA for best ball allows players to invest in NBA teams.
Man, the players can own the teams.
That's
cool.
cool. Yeah, I was about to say Giannis should buy the Bucks.
That would be excellent.
Next weekend is Brewers Cards. Let's see the Brewers play.
Let's see. Who do we know? Oh, I know someone. Who we could bring on potentially for some streams.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see on that end. Oh, they're showing the shot. Oh, man. A buzzer beater in the first semifinal. Just crazy. Oh, my gosh. He was almost out of bounds. He was almost out of bounds. Just bonkers. Just bonkers. Lamont Butler with the game winner. Yeah, it's nuclear physics, Aaron. It is definitely nuclear physics.
I did my first one last year. And it was
All right. Aaron, are you a Coney dog eater? One of Detroit's favorite foods. A Coney dog eater. If so, tell us where the best place is to get one. Because, especially when we get back there for some games. We also have a very important story as well to tell in Detroit. A family connection at some point. So we are hoping to get back. Absolutely hoping to
Chuck
get back.
polishing Getty's head.
Nice. All right, you're saying yes, Aaron. Where's the best place for a Coney dog in Detroit? Tell us. Is it Nate Burleson?
No.
Okay. Sure looks like Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson has flashes.
That's true.
And Nate Burleson is also skinnier.
Okay. Nice. Oh, man. Let's see. We've got an answer here, potentially. You always eat at the ballpark. I did get the poutine dog. The poutine dog is the dog that I got when we were there at Comerica back in 2015. But no, it is not at the ballpark. Are you an American fan or a Lafayette fan or one of the others? The best Coney dog at the Gopher Bar in St. Paul, at least until George passed away this year, Baseball Road Tripper says. Don't remember that on our Twin Cities list. I'll also remember that as well. Now, Aaron, I have to ask you, have you ever tried a Coney dog adding coleslaw? Do you think I'm nuts? Do you think I'm crazy with a coleslaw suggestion? Tell me what you think. Since we're talking regional hot dogs, what would be a Texas dog? You probably have some sort of Texas barbecue sauce on it. Probably some sort of Texas chili, I would think. I don't think you'd have... Oh, Aaron. You are going to think I'm nuts when I say this, but you're missing out. If you're familiar with the MLB Cut 4 channel, they once did a study of all the American regional hot dogs. They did essentially, it really is a slaw on top of a Coney dog hot dog. That is known as the West Virginia dog. My wife is from West Virginia. She swears by it. She converted me on it. It's outstanding. But if you're not a fan of coleslaw, that's okay. I totally get you. Thank you. Trust me, he already knows I'm nuts. My wife especially knows that I'm nuts. But slaw on sandwich adjacent meals, I get you. Little Caesars is a delicacy. All the great Detroit-style pizza places, and you go Little Caesars, dude. Although I haven't had Detroit-style since we were in Detroit. What was the place that we went to? The Saturday night we arrived after taking the Amtrak. I got to look that up while we're talking here munching. Let's see. What was the place we went to? It was in Greektown, I want to say. Albums. Okay. Detroit. In Detroit. It was a place where you could get wine bottles that said, it's a My Big Fat Greek Wine. It was it Nikki's, I want to say? That was it, Nikki's. Yes, absolutely. Coming from a vegan, so we take his opinions with a grain of salt. Plus, giving it to you because he hit little crappers, little Caesars. Pie Psi I've heard of. Buddies I've heard of as well. Very good. There are some really good Detroit-style pizzas in both New York and Philly, because Detroit style has immigrated across the country. It's become one of the things, if you will, in pizza. And I love the story of it being that pizza places started making pizzas out of tins that were used when the car companies were making weapons and tanks for the U.S. during World War II. And they all had all these leftover tins left, so just made pizza out of it. Are you going to be the silent nacho eater?
I'm trying to finish before the second half.
He's focusing.
While you were gone, I was locked in because I don't have your funny jokes or anything.
Try to keep it entertaining if I can.
We lost viewers because I was just locked in.
That's right, because we are trying to talk about a game here. We're not just trying to entertain and have fun. No, that's sort of what it becomes. Like we're at a bar. Like we're at a bar just watching a game with some friends. That's what it turns into. Family-friendly bar because we have kids around.
UConn hitting half their shots from the field. Miami only hitting 1/4.
Oh, my gosh.
And from 3-point, UConn 6 for 13. Miami 3 for 10.
That's part of your story. Plus, UConn moving the ball well. I think UConn's got 10 assists. Miami's only got 3. That plays a part. And yes, Detroit style is winning. Rectangle. That's a name. That's a cool name for a pizza place. A little bit of rivalry going there. I love it.
I'll be right back.
Little AL Central ball hawking rivalry, which I think is part of the fun of your channels. And especially your channel, Aaron. That is awesome. Ooh. This is where Miami is a second half team. They came back from 13 down, outscored Texas by 20 in the second half to win that regional final. They're going to need that and more to win this game because UConn they are battle tested. So ridiculously battle tested. Not that Texas wasn't. So it's winnable for Miami, but they got to get moving now. And they're starting to play some lockdown defense. Switch things up. Oh, wide open dude underneath. That ain't how you get back in the game. 39-24 UConn. 39-24. Oh, yes. That's brilliant. People, check out Aaron's channel. Absolutely. And check out Tony's channel, Baseball Road Trippers channel. Their bantering is just that. Watch it just for that. Yeah, Miami is, even in the first minute here, they're in collapse mode.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It isn't fantastic fun. You two are great at that. I mean, you two are like the Bickersons, as my late mom used to say. Man, mid-range jump shot. It's not what you want. Miami continues to hurt. I mean, this has the makings of a UConn blowout.
Oh, yeah.
This really does. Which means next time we need to do the first games of the tournament because those tend to be a lot closer. That's how it's been. That was last Saturday. That's how it's looking this one.
Part of this is just UConn's being great, though.
Right. Just like on that easy drive to the bucket, uncontested by Sonogo. 41-24. And they're just playing great defense. They're playing spectacular defense, except on that possession. Easy to toss into the lane for a bucket. 41-26. And yeah, it must feel weird to go to a game where there's 70,000 people, 80,000 people. You're way up in the rafters. Players have to look like ants. Absolute ants. Oh, wide open three. Top of the key. Nobody guarding him. 44-26 UConn. 17-20 left in this thing.
And John's back.
Thank you, John.
So 44-26. CJ.
Hey, actually, you got a graphic we need to change. CJ.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
That's all right.
There.
He's good.
I had a preset. I forgot to send it to halftime.
Oh, man. Little product discussion here. Vernors will not sell to either one of you if you don't like each other. We got to try Vernors. We did not try Vernors when we were in Detroit. 8 years ago.
Wow.
We were in Detroit 8 years ago. Time is flying, people. Time is flying.
So that is Newton there with the ball, just trying to get something going. Hawkins. Brick.
But they get the rebound.
And he drives.
Delayed drive. He draws a foul.
And April.
Yes. And that's with different coaches, too. 3 different coaches have taken them to the Final Four.
Hurley.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So, I'll be right back.
All right, now I can get back in the zone. When I see the basketball, I'm in my zone.
Instead of your dad just causing problems.
Okay, so Hawkins hits the first. It is a 19-point game with 16-36. As on your screen, you can see the legendary Jim Larinaga, who led George Mason to the Final Four 15 years ago, somewhere around there. So 20-point game after Hawkins hits the second free throw. Miami misses the shot. The rebound and shot attempt no good. Sonogo with the rebound. U goes down. Men and women both good. UConn misses a shot. Miami rebounds. Speaking of, Miami gets the shot there, but a man down. Shoe problems, it looks like, for whoever hit that shot for Miami. Trying to tie his shoe back up. Do we get in record time? As that is number 24, Nigel Pack. Speaking of dogs, she has to go make some fudge. I'll be back. Let me know if anyone wants me to mail them. That sounds good. Oh, Aaron and Tony going back and forth. So 46-28. Oh, the attempted alley-oop from Newton to Jackson, no good. So Miami gets it back. As they've scored on 12 of 39 possessions this half, I think it said. I did not read that fully. As number 15, Norchet O'Meara, is fouled there. So, with 15:32 left in the second half, it's the Huskies 46, the Hurricanes 28, right here on Sorchi Stories. No, we're sticking with you. We don't have any sponsors. And if you're watching, glad to have you all in here. How about we send some love to some other channels? Let's see who is currently live on the YouTube. So 7 of you watching, put in either 1, 2, or 3 in the comments, and we'll see which one gets the most. Just put 1, 2, or 3, and that will decide who we are rating. John 4. Okay, we'll take that as 3. Feel free, everyone can put their thing in as we are losing viewers, so we're just gonna go ahead and take the 4. Which I guess doesn't mean. How about this? Random number 1 through 3. Generate. 1. Okay. Well, in that case, that means that we are rating Only Talk Sports. Send. So go click that link. Send our guy Jeffrey from Only Talk Sports some love.
Finish up this game. Hopefully Miami can make it.
So 46-28. We are back here.
Anthony Sword Squad sending love. Thanks for being here, Sword.
So go sub him up. He's awesome. So UConn looks like they're moving on to the final. Wow. What a run it has been. As the first free throw from Omir is good. 46-29. The second is up, and he sunk it. So it is a 16-point game now. UConn moving quick. And Hawkins hits it. 49-30. Boom. Miami. Good ball movement. The 3 sunk it. Bensley Joseph. 49-33. Steal. And long to the rim. What a dunk. Turnover. Miami. Miller takes it all the way down. It's a 12-point game now, folks. The Hurricanes aren't out of this yet. 14-18. Left here in this semifinal game. Man, Miami isn't dead yet. True North talking Edmonton there. Edmonton Oilers as they are facing off against the Anaheim Ducks. A tickle fight. No, Isaiah Wong, from Piscataway, New Jersey, Bonner Prendergast High School in Drexel Hill. Great player for the Hurricanes. Drexel Hill, PA, not far from the Sorgy Sports Studios, right outside of Philadelphia. So yeah. So we are here talking Final Four, but I'm kind of bored. Let's roll through the MLB scores on the day, and then we'll go to the NHL. In the top of the 7th, the Padres are beating the Rockies 6-4. Top 6, Dodgers up 8-1 on Arizona. In the middle of the 5th, it's Cleveland 1, the Mariners nothing. In our finals, the Twins beating the Royals, the Reds taking down the Pirates. The Mets beating the Marlins, the Red Sox beating the Orioles on a walk-off home run there. The Rays beating the Tigers 12-2. Man, Angels over the A's 13-1. Braves over the Nats 7-1. Giants beat the Yankees 7-5. Brewers beating the Cubs 3-1. Stros beat the Sox 6-4. Cardinals over the Blue Jays 4-1. And the Rangers blowing out the Phillies 16-3. On the NHL side of things, we've got the Avalanche up on the Stars 3-1. And that is here. Let me and that's at the end of the second. The Ducks and Oilers, as we said, with about 6 minutes left in the first period, they are 0-0. The Golden Knights up on the Wild 2-1 with 3:47 left in the first. The Kings and Kraken tied 0-0 with 2 minutes left in the first. And the Sharks up on the Coyotes 3-0 with 3:23 left in the first period. In the NBA, the Pelicans up on the Clippers 109-104 with 4:02 left in that one. And also the Heat took down the Mavs 129-122. As we are back, I do want to see other NHL games very quickly because I forgot to get those scores. Oh, what's up, Brickley? I sent you the link, by the way, if you want to join. Insane, right, CJ? I mean, wow. Yeah, John. Edmonton on the power play. But since we are back, almost shot clock violation. UConn misses the shot. Isaiah Wong takes it. UConn gets it back. So crazy sequence.
Hey, Daddy's back.
On the break, we ran through the MLB, NHL, and NBA scores.
Okay.
Because I was bored.
Well, it's within 12. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's getting better. I didn't get to the NHL final scores, but I got to the MLB final scores.
Understood.
Phillies lost 16-3.
This is the first Final Four, by the way, for Miami. Obviously, they have been a football powerhouse since the 80s. And CJ says he is...
Oh, I'm talking about South Carolina losing.
Oh, man. Oh. You know, it's hard, though, here because here in Philadelphia, it's Dawn Staley. She's a Philly native and is a world-class coach. Loves the city. The city loves her back. That was a hard one for the city to swallow.
Yeah,
But Caitlin Clark, oh my god.
Were really that many people cheering for South Carolina? I've heard nothing in this town about South Carolina.
I go on the Twitterverse.
Okay.
Seriously, the Twitterverse. South Carolina love and Philly because Dawn Staley is big.
True North, skip the blue season. It's bad.
Oh, it's like the Flyers.
3-ball sunk it.
Ooh, the 11-point game. Miami's getting back in this thing.
Beverly there with the 3.
Miami's getting back in it.
Only 11, 12:40 left Oh, guess who's joining us?
Who we got?
Chicago Sports Network.
Hey!
We need to get the camera loaded. There we go. Let me set this to 2.
Excellent.
What's up?
Hey there.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Life is good. You?
I'm doing well. I just got back from working, so other than like seeing notifications, you guys got to update me. I see my UConn Huskies are winning though.
Your UConn. How did you adopt UConn?
I picked UConn to win it.
Okay. The whole ball.
So they're not. So I did not. They're not like my UConn Huskies, as in like the team that I have any connection to them. But I did pick them to win the Natty. So
Hawkins with the free throw. First one made.
A shoe malfunction, apparently.
Yeah. So Hawkins hits the second. San Diego State hit a buzzer beater to beat FAU. They came back from down 14. And this game has just been UConn in control. Miami tied it up once.
And that student manager carrying the shoes has probably had more airtime and more eyeballs watching him than he ever will have in his life, in every moment of his life combined.
yeah.
Hawkins misses the third. But yeah, UConn's kind of had control of this game the whole way through.
Miami seems to be fighting back like they were against Texas in the regional final.
Yeah.
The game that doomed my bracket. If they won this one, I'd win. Go ahead.
So what are your guys' thoughts? Did you guys watch any of the Cubs and Brewers game? I did get to watch some of that. So
I watched the opener, obviously much sadder than the result today. For our Brewers, we are obviously on different sides of this rivalry, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. But in a general sense, I think the Brewers have got the better balanced lineup in terms of if you're looking the overall season. Not that the Cubs can't do damage. 3-ball, 8-point game.
Long.
8-point game. But it's like all Chicago stars need to be on their game all year.
Hodag.
For the Cubs to do what you want them to do this year, I would say.
Yeah, well, the one thing that I'll say is that the starting lineup the starting rotation so far with Steele and Stroman really has impressed me. And I was excited about how they played, even though I kind of that was kind of the expectation was that they would be able to compete in the way in which they have, throwing 6 shutout innings for both of them. Though the one thing that I will say I was surprised was David Ross kept Javier Assad in today for that 8th inning. He really shouldn't have been kept in. It should have been another reliever. I was really surprised because like Ross never leaves the guy in for multi-innings for like the 7th and 8th, maybe for the 5th and the 6th if the starter doesn't go that long. But for that late in the game, I was shocked.
Yeah, I'm happy, obviously, but I completely see where
Hawkins from 3.
Big 3 for you, kind of slant to grab back a bit of momentum.
13-point game
I'm
now.
tired.
With 10 left. I mean, yeah, I was confused with some of Craig Counsell's lineup management decisions, like Owen Miller playing, Joey Weimer, who they just called up.
He got a double on his first at bat.
He did? Okay, well, good
he
for
did.
him. I still think Garrett Mitchell should be the starting center fielder until Tyler.
Well, I'll say this, like for the Cubs' perspective, other than Dansby Swanson and Ian Happ's solo shot, they had no offense today. But Dansby Swanson, like defensively and offensively, he has 6 total hits already. So, and 8 at bats. So he's looking good. Defensively, they looked good. But I really am interested to see what will happen with the Brewers not having a Cy Young candidate on the mound and the next game. So I hope that will help the Cubs offense. But the Cubs, the one thing about them is that they have been a team that all 5 of their starters are like 2 and 3 level, in my opinion. Yeah. But none of them are ace level or the really, really high 2 like Woodruff is. And to be honest, Woodruff is kind of an ace.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even call Freddie Peralta, tomorrow's starter, a 2 to a low 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Lowers is 3.
Yeah.
Ashby is Hauser,
That's where the Brewers should still be the favorite to win the Central.
Yeah.
Because of that starting pitching, not because of their lineup.
Yeah. I think that, like, for the Cubs, I think that starting pitching, both Steele and Stroman, you have 2 solid players there. Jamison Tyone, same level. And then with the 4 and the 5 spot, the 4, I cannot remember his name. Who is the 4? 5 is Wisniewski, who had a 2.6 ERA and 11 starts last year, who he got in the deal with the Phillies last year when we gave up the reliever. I can't think of his name. Man, I'm terrible with names tonight. Now I'm looking up the Cubs starting rotation.
What about Hendricks? I know he's hurt right now, but
he's hurt. But to be honest, he isn't even, I think, a relied upon. Drew Smiley is the other guy. Drew Smiley. So to be honest, I think Smiley's probably the worst of them. But yeah, so I think that it should be interesting. So, like I said, I didn't watch any of the FAU and San Diego State game, but what are your thoughts based on what you've watched at this game and previewing the national championship? Let's say UConn comes away with the win since they're leading and up by 10 plus. What are your thoughts on a UConn San Diego State matchup in the national championship?
It's UConn's to lose this point. I haven't seen a team they can't defend.
Yeah.
I mean, San Diego State's defense up against UConn's offense, though, that's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah. State has a shot.
Yeah.
In a lower scoring game, but I think this is UConn's game to lose.
Do you expect it to be the same way that it was with Creighton, like San Diego State and UConn?
I'm not sure because I'm being distracted by the Miami trainer running, like student manager running back and forth with shoe deliveries for his teammates. but yeah, my apologies for that. But it's like,
no, you're fine. You guys are like about 10 seconds ahead of me, so that's why.
Yeah, we're on we actually have the live over the air antenna feed.
Okay.
So we're ahead of everybody else on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm on the March Madness app, so
nice.
True North, Edmonton up 1-0 over Anaheim. John Nosebrock. Cunningham from Texas. They went to the Sweet 16. And I said the Brewers were going to finish first in the division with 94 wins, Cubs second with 88, Cardinals third with 82.
I don't think anyone's winning 90 games in that division.
I just kind of picked the games and said who I thought was going to win each game in each series, and that's how it came out. So,
yeah, like my opinion is I think that the Cubs finished second behind the Cardinals with the Brewers in third, but I think it's going to be like everybody's within 5 games.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. Dogfight.
Brewers or Cardinals? Who do you like more?
To be honest, man, the Brewers, they make me mad because of the 2018 season where you guys stole away our division championship that should have been ours because we beat you for like 16 out of the 24 games and shut you out for like 6 of them. So it just infuriated me that we lose one game and we're not the division champs.
Man.
And then we lose to the Rockies and we're out of the playoffs. And that was pretty much the end of all of our success. So that still makes me a little bit edgy. And the Cardinals, in my lifetime as like a Cubs fan, of like seriously watching it, has been since like the start of 2015. Because before that, I would watch games, but I wasn't like actually invested in the games. So to be honest, we've beaten the Cardinals pretty much all the time that I've been alive. So I think that, like, to be honest, I probably dislike the Brewers more than I do the Cardinals.
I know it's sort of like picking between who you can't stand more, Darth Vader or Jabba the Hutt. But
UConn gets it back, and a lean with the bucket.
Lead is 15 with 8:30 left. No lead is going to be guaranteed in the Final Four level, but I think you're probably as close as you could get to a guaranteed lead
Yeah.
as you can
Yeah.
this round. Yeah,
Well, with this, go ahead.
No, I'm saying your Huskies are in good shape.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that the Huskies, the other thing is that I think generally this program is pretty good overall. They've been there. I'm not saying that the team, specifically the players or the coach or stuff like that, but I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like a feeling of more like this team has kind of been there. They know they have. But like Miami, who's Miami's coach? Wasn't he the previous coach of VCU or something?
George Mason.
Yep, Jim Larinaga.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I knew he was some sort of small-time head coach, that he had been there previously.
Yeah.
But I think that does – I don't know. I don't know. This is such a tough March Madness to talk about and to be able – yeah, I love it though. But there's some people like I've seen that are upset that there are so many upsets and stuff like that. But just imagine if FAU won the national championship. That would just be – that'd be absolutely ridiculous. Just completely bonkers.
John.
What's that?
Saying that it's a good answer that he said he dislikes the Brewers more. Oh, man.
Jeez.
I assume the second part of my answer was talking about how bad the Cardinals have been in the past couple of years.
Yeah. This is what I'll say. I dislike the Cardinals' management. I dislike arrogant Cubs fan. We're not going to put you in that category. Yeah, you're not in that. I'm talking about the drunk ones that go to Miller Park.
Oh yeah.
So I think
at least you don't have to play the White Sox too much, then.
I mean, we get them now.
Let's just put it mildly and say that they're not much better.
When we were in the American League, when the Brewers were in the American League and the White Sox fans came up, there was a lot more belligerence on the part of White Sox fans are.
Oh, fun fact, by the way.
Yeah.
Reckly, I don't know if you know this, but the White Sox almost moved to Milwaukee.
I did not know that, but I knew that they had tried to move somewhere. I didn't know where, but I do kind of know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They played exhibition games in Milwaukee in the late 60s to see if they could get a crowd. And they got a decent crowd.
I mean, they had a couple 50,000 crowds when they brought games up. So
here's a question I'll give to you since you guys kind of started the topic. I know this is NCAA basketball, but what are your guys' thoughts on MLB expansion in the next decade or so? Do you think the MLB expands? How many teams, and if so, where?
32.
Agreed.
Nashville. I want to say Montreal, but I think it's going to be Nashville, Portland. NL, Portland.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. I think that'll be Portland and Nashville, and I think Nashville is solidified as a spot because the Cubs' former president Theo Epstein basically kind of wants his own. He already broke the Babe Ruth curse, broke the Billy Goat curse, and now he kind of wants a new adventure and to be able to start up a franchise himself. So I think that, and he wants Nashville, so he's been pushing for that, is what I've been told from like the Cubs podcast and stuff like that. So.
I believe that 60-47 UConn.
Well, here's what I'll say about this baseball road tripper. It seems more and more likely that the A's are headed to Vegas.
Sadly, that's true.
I mean, so usually I would say sadly, but at this point it makes sense. No one's showing up to the Coliseum.
Yeah, but
have you seen the product on the field, Anthony?
Not just the product on the field, but the experience in the stands. I mean, it was fine for us.
Yeah, I liked going to the Coliseum. I mean, it was a dump, but it was a fun kind of dump.
Yeah.
But the ownership there has not cared about winning for I don't know how long. And fans know it.
Well, really, other than the Dodgers, all of the California owners are just absolute full of it because the Angels and the A's and all of that, both of the franchises, they have plenty of money, and crying poor just makes no sense to me because both of these teams have the ability to do so and just go out and win, and they just are between mismanagement and between just trying to cry poor. I get that like the team doesn't have great attendance, but it's like you have the Golden State Warriors. It's not like there's no sports fans of the area.
And that A's owner has got loaded money.
Yeah.
Jackson there.
Ridiculous dunk to make it a 15-point lead again for UConn.
What happened to the Sounds? I could see a AAA team in Montreal.
Possibly Montreal. I would love to see a AAA team in Madison, especially if it's for the Brewers, but that's not going to happen. Too small a market.
I'll say, if, and big if, because hopefully it won't happen, if the Brewers end up moving, well, I think Milwaukee would be guaranteed to get a AAA team.
Yes.
I mean, it would almost be a guarantee that they're getting one. Because
but it would be ridiculously sad.
It would be.
It shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. Mark Atanasio driving our franchise into the ground. And he's, rightfully, I think I said this to you. I don't know if I did. The Brewers are worth more than Mark Atanasio. That's when you know you got a problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Miami's getting a rebound. They're down 13, 6:15 left in the game.
Yeah, Tony.
3-ball. We got a 10-point game here.
If they spend money and truly mean rooted in Oakland, they'll show up again. Yeah.
Well, it was the same thing that kind of happened with the Houston Astros. Nobody was coming to the Astros games until they started to win again, and now they have, I don't know, 6 or 7 straight division championships, and they've won a couple World Series. So,
talking about Wilson Contreras.
I get Wilson leaving the Cubs seriously hurts me, but the reason why I don't think Wilson is a Cub is I don't think it has anything to do with money. I think everything is due to the fact that I think that there was a big divide in how Theo Epstein and how Jed Hoyer look at catchers, like positional value wise. I think that Jed Hoyer puts a lot more value into defensive catchers than he does offensive catchers with some defensive prowess. Because Wilson was a good catcher, had some good attributes about him. It wasn't like he was a bad one. He had a great cannon for an arm. Nobody was going to be able to get around him. And stuff like that. But framing wise, he definitely wasn't a great framer. So,
getting to the 32-team question, and how they would then structure the league, I'd be a fan of 8 14 divisions. Keep the American League and National League as they are. I even one time we figured out the numbers that you'd play 14 games against each team in your division, but you could set it up to play 12 games in the opposite league matching geographic division. So, for example, our Brewers, your Cubs, would play the White Sox 12 games a year. And
so one franchise you'd play. Yeah.
Playing 12 games a year.
So here's the question with that I have is, so are you thinking like the same thing the NFL does, basically, like AFC North, AFC South, NFC North, NFC South? Like, are you thinking along those lines?
Essentially, but not rotating divisions with the schedule, keeping them each year for the sake of fan travel, where it's kind of more important because you have 162 games. So the Brewers and Cubs each would play, for example, it might be the White Sox, the Twins, the Tigers, and the Guardians, each 12 games a year.
Yeah.
What about the Royals?
Right. Give me the Royals, perhaps. We'd have to see. I'd have to see how the geography works out.
Yeah.
So here's another question I have. How many games do you think Major League Baseball should have? Too many, too few? 162? Are we going 142? Are we going 100? How many games do you think should be played in a Major League season?
162, I think, is good. I wouldn't. Obviously, this will never happen, but I wouldn't be opposed to them cutting spring training by a couple weeks so you can get like maybe 170-ish games. Get some more.
Yeah.
Like say instead of playing 3 games against each AL team, you get 4 in. Yeah, like you do a 2-2 split or something like that. Something.
I see your reasoning, but do you want to pay the players more money because you'd have to?
True. Yeah, that's
based on the collective bargaining agreement.
Tony Voda talking about the MLB valuing more catchers defensively.
10-point game, by the way. UConn 64-54, 4:40 left.
Yeah. So,
like, here's my opinion. I don't think that the owners are ever going to give up the 162 games because
Right.
it gives them money. So I think that saying, oh, let's go down to 142, 130, whatever the number is, like, I don't think, like, the problem I have with it is like, okay, let's say you cut down 20, 30 games. Who cares? Like, it's the same importance. The reason why the 16-game format for football makes it so important is because every single Sunday there is a football game. Well, generally, 17 out of 18 Sundays there's a football game, and you can almost guarantee there's going to be a football game. In MLB, there's just a game on every day. That's the thing that makes it MLB. In basketball, it's just annoyingly long. Like between the playoffs and everything like that, I'm annoyed with how long the season is because of how long the playoffs take and stuff like that. But that's my own personal
an and one to expand the lead to 66, 54, 405. Keep going.
But the only question really I have is this: does MLB, how long do they keep the minor league system the way it is? Because to a degree it is a money-losing venture, but I know that at the same time that you're going to have cities sue the same way that they have with trying to get rid of some of the the lower level A level teams. Is that those cities kind of rely on those like where we live near Greenville, South Carolina, they have a minor league hockey team, a minor league soccer team, and a minor league baseball team. So it's not that you rely on those tax revenue wise, but it's that you do rely on them to be able to have the facilities, to be able to have a basketball arena in which that can be transformed into all sorts of things. But having the Swamp Rabbits, which is the hockey team, pay for rights to use the stadium, or
Swamp
to have
Rabbits. I love that.
Yeah, it's the Swamp Rabbits, the Triumph. There's a women's soccer team which is called the Liberty. That one's basic, but then it's the Drive and the. So, yeah, Swamp Rabbits, Triumph, Drive, and Liberty. So,
interesting point, too, by Baseball Road Tripper here as well. Shorter games, meaning doubleheaders can be more realistic to schedule. 162 could fit into fewer days, offering more off-days to players.
I'm still getting shorter games, but
I agree with that. I can live with the pitch clock if they extend it maybe by a few seconds, and if they take away balls and strikes being the consequence, if instead they use maybe like a foul system like you have basketball, where if you commit too many time clock fouls too many times, you're thrown out of the game. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a fan of the ball and strike.
I'm still against pitch clock. You can expand it by 5 seconds. I'm still against it.
Right.
The only trying to think of the new rules. I mean, I don't really care for the bigger bases. Like that's
fine.
Yeah, it'll make baseball a little more fun with stolen bases. But I also think it kind of hurts the controversy that you get of is he safe or is he out? Like I feel like that also like kind of you lose that aspect of it.
But I would be a fan. Go ahead.
No, I'll just make this quick. Basically, my opinion of the pitch clock, I was adamantly opposed to it until I kind of figured this out when I was watching the Cubs and Brewers games. It's the thing that it cuts out is those just forever and forever at bats where they just take forever. It's just real snappy. It's a lot more fun to watch, even though I love watching baseball. I'm going to watch it either way, but it's a lot more snappy. It's not the fact that it cuts off a half an hour of game time. It's the fact that it cuts off all the dead time when watching a game.
So if I'm at home, if we're at home, I wouldn't care during streams. I do because trying to get talking points in.
Right.
But when I'm at the ballpark, dead time makes it a lot better because you get to talk with someone. And when so much of your revenue is coming from people going to the games, especially in the big markets,
it's still more than television revenue actually for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where it kind of hurts. Is you want people want to be able to talk about the game with people and just tell stories and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I think that generally, people will be good with it. Though I do agree with you, balls and strikes does seem a little bit excessive, because it I don't know. I don't know what to do. I kind of like your foul system, but I do think that it could, I don't know. I don't. It's tough to say. It really, I don't know what the perfect idea for it is. I have no idea, but
yeah,
I appreciate them trying to experiment and figure out an answer, but I think just the idea. Alley-oop dunk for UConn. I think that's
Jackson.
I think that's what you would call the coup de Gracie. 68-54, 3:44 left. Your squad is still in it, my friend.
Yeah, so I do want to talk about one other thing with the pitch clock. I think it's gonna hurt. Because think of baseball. You can have a 10-9 or a 9-8 game like we saw today between the Red Sox or the Orioles and the Orioles.
Yeah.
Or we could see a no-hitter like we saw in Cleveland with the Brewers. And I think that the pitch clock is gonna hurt pitchers' duels.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
you'll have more unprepared pitchers for certain pitches.
I think the only way I kind of like it is in the aspect where some of these veteran pitchers are messing with young batters by using the pitch clock to their advantage, and I think that makes it fun. But it's also guys on the Mets that are doing it, and I don't like the Mets. So, what if? Yeah, it just hurt. Yeah, I feel like that kind of. But imagine if, but what if it's during the playoffs? Devin Williams in the NLCS gets a whole bunch of pitch clock violations, and he's suspended for Game 7 of the NLCS.
I don't think you're suspended. I think you're just kicked out of that game. Sort of like if you have 5,000 in a college basketball game, you're out.
Sure.
If you have, say, 2 or 3 pitch clock violations in a game.
I'm talking about what Tony's saying.
Yeah, okay.
So what difference are you going to make for reliever / starter? Or there's no difference?
Yeah, no, I'm just giving an example. Yeah. If because obviously starters don't have as big of an impact. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
True.
It also it really cuts down on that in-person experience.
Exactly. Oh, nearly a bank 3 for UConn.
D-Will, that's my guy. He was so great in the World Baseball Classic for Team USA. I mean, he was great.
Miami cannot buy a shot in this late going.
Yeah.
68-54 UConn, 2:33 left.
I think that's pretty much going to be the game, folks. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that with only 2.5 left, I think it's going to be it.
As the Husky faithful are on their feet,
they're standing. They get it. They get.
Plus, I'll say this: I do not have any lost love for Miami going to lose this game.
Sonogo hits it.
As a Notre Dame fan, I'm not going to be very upset that Miami loses.
I had such a turnaround in my Notre Dame versus Miami fandom from back when I was a kid back in the day. Because as a Marquette fan, we couldn't stand Notre Dame. They were the arch rival. I think bigger than Wisconsin at the time. So if you don't like Notre Dame, the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Yeah.
I was a big Miami fan. That flipped in the 90s, especially after I visited Notre Dame and saw some friends there.
Yeah.
Absolutely flipped.
And Wong gets the lucky bounce.
Wow, Miami has missed 14 layups according to the NCAA broadcast. Like, that's insane.
Just a bad day to have a bad day.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, UConn in March and April, man, this is crazy. In Drexel Hill, PA, I can only imagine that the mood is down.
Yeah.
Same in Piscataway, New Jersey. Isaiah Wong has had a great year, but it's not ending in a championship to bring home.
Oh, easy layup, 72-57.
Marquette's getting money.
Cody Hankins.
My prediction says, not 1993 rematch, Phil's Jays, with the Phillies getting revenge.
And baseball road tripper stealing the Jim Nance lines. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I really don't know who's going to make it to the World Series, but my personal prediction is Padres and, oh man, it's tough, but I think it's going to be Padres and Blue Jays probably. I like the Blue Jays. The only problem I have is that the Blue Jays haven't made it very far. But
Yeah.
I hate picking like the most stereotypical picks, like taking the Astros to get in it, or maybe the Yankees. But the Yankees just seem to fail before they get to the big game. So
yeah.
What's the Power Five?
Power Six.
I'm only here for the Power Six, John.
College basketball. It's Power Six.
Big East.
Yep.
The Beast.
The Big East has made a argument for being the second best conference behind the Big 12.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, are they not the best?
Big 12.
Big 12 had more superpower kind of teams.
Yeah. Big East is for sure the most entertaining, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and you see.
Well, I just mean it in the sense of like talking about the NCAA tournament. I didn't watch a ton of college basketball this year, but you have UConn and Creighton in the Elite Eight, and UConn now going to be in the national championship.
Right.
Kansas didn't play that well in the NCAA tournament. Not Iowa State, not Baylor, not who else? Who else am I blanking on? Oklahoma didn't make it. No not a good showing from West Virginia.
No.
So, like, I think if you take the NCAA tournament, maybe you don't. But I think the Big East has an argument for they played the best throughout the regular season and postseason combined.
And they're only going to get better.
I was about to say, Creighton, UConn, Marquette, those three, Xavier not so much, but those three, most of their guys, for Marquette, none of their guys are seniors, and for UConn, Hawkins, sophomore, Jackson, junior, literally.
Well, do any of these guys leave for the NBA draft?
I don't think so. Sonogo, junior, Caravan, redshirt freshman, Tristan Newton, senior. But, I mean, but obviously you got Joey Calcaterra. Well, he's gone, but who do you have as a guard as I scroll through the roster? Padres Rays.
That would be cool.
I see the Rays being first round exits, and I have the Phils beating the Padres in the wild card round one.
13-point.
Well,
God, go ahead.
How would the Rays make a World Series? Like, they don't have the starting rotate. Like, it's the Rays, yes, but other than the 2020 season, like they haven't performed up to where they need it, like where they would need to be in order to get to that World Series potential. But like, here's the other thing that I would say is this: Los Angeles wouldn't have any championships if it weren't for 2020. Like, the Dodgers don't win one, probably. The Lakers don't win one under James. like you have a very sadder Los Angeles. You have a much more New York like atmosphere if you don't have 2020.
Is Notre Dame Atlantic? Is Texas Southeast? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Like
That's it, UConn.
The Huskies are going to the Natty.
59.
I'm glad I took the Huskies to win it all. I guess that was the only good pick I had all season.
How many people across this country in November when the season began predicted a UConn San Diego State national championship game?
0.
I mean, if you read through going into this tournament, if you really read thoroughly, you could have predicted this game. I mean, you could have if you looked close enough.
There were a lot of people that thought San Diego State was a first round exit that were like big time names, like losing to College of Charleston. Like in one of my brackets, I had them losing to College of Charleston. So
yeah, I mean, I saw people though that said they were going to be Bama. I mean, they were right. Like just their how great they are defensively.
Yeah.
They're so experienced, and on UConn they're just great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I have to get some sleep before church. So, you guys, it was great being able to hang out for another Final Four. This one, I come away with the winner. So I was happy about that. So
we do too.
Yes.
Team's getting money.
Marquette's getting some cash out of this too, so we'll take it.
Transfer portal money. Let's get that guy from who just entered the portal.
Nice.
Sounds like some football team money, maybe.
Nah, they don't have $1 billion.
Hey, I'm going to university with 4,000 students, and we're starting a football team in 2 years. So you never know.
Okay. Maybe.
So yeah,
we'll see. We will catch you on the flip side, like a future Brewers Cubs game or something. How's that sound?
For sure, definitely, yeah.
Awesome.
Whenever the Brewers, whenever we trek our way up to Wrigley North.
Oh man.
Miller South.
Doesn't seem like that though. To be honest, it was probably more like Canadian South with the weather this past couple of weeks. So, or this past couple of days. So, well, it was good being able to talk to you.
Have a fantastic night, man.
See you, Rocky.
Awesome. We'll see you. We will see you, and all of you. Thank you for joining us again.
Oh yeah.
On our live stream, our second live stream in 3 days. Man.
It is?
Yeah. Thursday.
Oh yeah, we did stream Thursday. I forgot about that.
That was a ball. John Jansen lighting us up here. Oh man, it's a 12-5. 2 12 seeds in the Final Four.
What?
Not this year.
I don't know what John's talking about.
No. And it's not Bush North. You invade, but not Bush North. But in all seriousness, thank you, all of you, for coming in tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have a vlog probably coming Wednesday. We will have a live stream coming next weekend. We'll see what it happens to be.
Oh, yeah.
Until then, what should everybody do?
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Check linktree.com/SoulG Stories out for all of our social media and all that good stuff.
From one cheesehead transplanted in the land of cheesesteaks, I'm the other one.
So long from the SoulG Sports Studios in Philadelphia.
Peace.